Hi, I'm SimmerRue and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to build a rundown caravan in Strangerville. It is time to renovate that lot. I need to get this save file done. I have been working on this for way too long, in my opinion. So with that being said, let's jump into this build. So, if you aren't aware, I already did a trailer, a caravan, like a couple of weeks ago. So, Johnny Zest's, trailer, I redid that for him. So, when I decided to redo Strangerville, I completely forgot about this property for some reason. And once I already started and I was really committed, I knew in the back of my head, eventually I am going to have to do another caravan. So I wanted this one to be a lot different. First, I wanted to go like kind of modern and very pink, but then I also thought to myself, but wait, I just did a pastel build in Strangerville. I can't do another one. So then it was like, okay, let's change this up. Let's make this very rustic, worn. There is like an ice cream truck, I'm so sorry, that has been driving by now for the last 2 hours, and I need to record, and I am going to lose it. This ice cream truck is so ratchet and nobody wants to buy from them. Like, you have no idea. Like, it's scary. It's like really, really, really scary. But anyway, I'm just saying this because you probably heard the music at back. But where was I? So I really wanted this to be like run down and rusty and, you know, that's kind of the vibe that I wanted to go with. So I went with 2 different types of textures of this metal on the outside. The person that lived here, I like to imagine that this house was once like a party hub, you know. It was like a beautiful red. You will see that I do add a jacuzzi. But the sim that lives here is a little bit weird. They like to keep aliens in the basement, or that's how I like to feel it. They are paranoid. There's that Strangerville, like, conspiracy theory desk. I place that in here. Like, I cover all the windows. I think this build came out really cool, and it really suits Strangerville. This is a sore thumb between all of the other, like, caravans that we see in this trailer park, but I still think it works, and I really like it. I had a lot of fun, like, placing dirty, disgusting things down, and that is kind of the type of builds that I like. So I really enjoyed doing this build. There is a lot of clutter. In the beginning, I just used those werewolf tiles in the kitchen, but I do later on just do it throughout the entire caravan. I think it looks really cool, and I use a lot of werewolves, like that rug. I use this couch twice on the inside and the outside. There's a lot of seating spaces here. Like, I feel like the rest of the people in, like, his friends and things, they either know about the aliens or they just don't care, you know? Like, these are sketchy people. That's kind of my vibe that I went for. These are strange, sketchy people, so I'm sorry if this isn't your type of build. I think it came out really cool. Now, I use a lot of like browns and greens and reds. It's very warm colors. I didn't want to go like full monochromy because I want things to look like it's kind of like things got pulled out of certain junkyards. You will see that the outside of this build also kind of looks like a junkyard once I start to landscape. Like, I also feel like there's some works with cars. There's like a lot of tires. I don't know. This is a very interesting person that lives here. Clearly they are slobbish. They have no hygiene or care about like keeping things clean and neat. And yeah, like I said, I placed a lot of files and stuff like that around the place just to kind of show his paranoia, his obsession with the aliens. And I added tissues next to his bed because, like I said, I feel like this is a disgusting person. So yeah. Now I am just starting to just fall out with some clutter before I move to the kitchen. Oh, and unfortunately there's a cat that lives here. Shame. But I feel like the cat is like never home. The cat like always runs away, which is very sad, but we all know those people. And yeah, it's a tragedy. Now, in the kitchen, at first I start placing some shelving, like these metal shelves, and I just place them with some pots and like a different assortment of cups. I really love those cups from the kits. And then on top I gave them like a cookie jar, which I imagine is empty, and then just some spices and like chilies and things and olives, like dried, well not dried, like pickled, pickled fruits and stuff. Now, I am starting to actually place a lot of like letters, and here the house is starting to kind of get its personality, and you start to actually see where I am completely going with this place. Now, here I'm covering up all the curtains. I really wanted this part here with the 4 different curtains. I kind of liked that they looked like pieces of cloth that was just thrown over like a railing. So that's kind of what I went for, and I think it looks really cool. Now, this kind of changes that where the mirror and things are. That's where I place the conspiracy table later on. And here I'm just filling up empty spots, like negative spaces. I give them shoes. When I placed it, I was like, these shoes are kind of fancy. They are the shoes from one of the other kits, but I really liked it, and I still feel like this person wears shoes, so I gave them some shoes. Unfortunately, there wasn't really a cool rundown version. That's the one thing with the clutter kit, is everything is very perfect. Like, there was no like rundown clutter. We need more of this gross things in The Sims, my opinion. Like I said, but I just love building things like this, so yeah. I also then just go around and I place those stains, that water stains, and here I'm placing some water stains on the walls. Later on I do place the water stains on all of the windows as well, making them all manky, and I put some in front of the door. Your sim can still use it, they will just walk through it. If you look at it at a certain angle when the door is open, you will see it though, but I feel like that's fine. So here I just add the couch again. I change a lot of the seating space down here. I move some of it up to where that table is. I wanted a dining table next to the barbecue, so that entire area there changes. And I also did want a couch on the outside, so that's why I placed that couch. And I think it works. I think it looks really cool. So here I'm just adding some broken things. So all of this is from Eco Lifestyle, the debug section, and then these beautiful large tires. And I am just going to go on later on and just scatter some smaller tires. The only landscaping that I do is I add like 3 bushes and a lot of grass. I just wanted this place to be dead and not really well looked after. Now they are like in the rest of this like plot, this trailer plot thing, There are grass in the world itself, so I felt like this kind of matched and kind of worked, especially with things that has been stationary for so long. Grass is gonna grow all over it. So that's kind of what I did. I placed that bush at back. That is where I am going to place my ladder that's going to lead down into the basement, my secret little basement. I tried to hide it with like bushes and things. Now, you can't really properly hide things in The Sims, and I didn't want to go like over, you know, like have an extravagant like entrance. This property is quite small, and I don't think people are like necessarily going to walk around this house. And just look, this looks like a, I don't know, like you're going to get tetanus just looking at this place. Like one wrong cut and you are probably going to lose your arm. Now the bathroom, I forgot to mention that. You will see that there's like one section that goes out in the bathroom. I made that metal newer, kind of like they expanded upon the bathroom quite recently. So that's why on the inside and the outside, it's like a different shade. It's like a beautiful black, and they could only paint that one part. So that's kind of my idea that I had there. Or they just didn't care to paint the rest. Now, this is my little dungeon, my alien dungeon. Of course, if you download this, I know some simmers get really creative. So, yeah, be free to use it for anything else. But in my mind, this is the alien. This is an alien dungeon. This is Strangerville. So, I'm making everything metal. Here I'm adding some buckets. I do limit the cells to 3 cells once I decide, maybe I should add some beds. Because I didn't want to add beds in the beginning. I just wanted like a bunch of cells. And buckets and water and things. You will see that one of the water buckets is empty. Shame. He just doesn't care anymore. And then I just go around and I just add these werewolf beds in different shades, also just so that it looks like weird materials. And then I just add the cameras that I added upstairs as well, just around the house, kind of just to monitor them. And then I give a normal film camera as well. Because like I said, this man is weird and he's documenting these aliens. He thinks he is doing Strangerville a service for experimenting on these aliens, which is really sad. Let's not experiment on aliens or anybody, please. I do not condone this on this channel, but for this story, it just has to do. Now, we are getting close to the end of the build. I'm just placing some lights, so let's quickly jump in. Okay, here we are back in the game. Let me just quickly show you around. So I added like this weird little sign thing here. I don't know why, I just think it looks cool. So here you can see at back, you can see like the massive spill, all of these toxic waste, and then all of my debug plants. As I said, I think this looks really cool. I added like this weird little birdhouse thing there, and then just like a dustbin that they cannot access, unfortunately, but it's fine, it still looks cool. This bush that has like completely overgrown everything, and then just this old stove, and like I said, just grass everywhere. This is the little hideout. It looks hidden, I think. I don't think you'll just somehow notice it. Well, you might, but this is The Sims, and we can use our imagination. Now, here you can see just all of the cameras around. This here is our seating area. I think this looks really cool. I don't know what else to say, it doesn't look pretty, but I think it looks really cool. And then just this inside, that gives me major anxiety. I will not be able to live here. Or even just set foot in this van. Oh my word, like, insane. Now, before I upload this on the gallery, the pizzas will be eaten. Michaela is gonna go on a little eating pizza fest. I just want the boxes, really. I don't want any pizza actually around. I'll leave some maybe to rot, which I think will be cool. And then just our bathroom. Now, when we go downstairs, here's our alien dungeon, so you will come walking down here. There's the weird camera and all of our other camera monitors. It's a very, very odd. And then just the beds. Thank you so much if you stayed the entirety of this video. I really hope you liked this. Now there is a poll on my YouTube and my Twitter. My Twitter is in the link down below, where I am asking you what manor you would like to see me do next. The voting is between the Strangerville Mayor's House or Judith Law's disgusting two-eyed manor in Dalsylvany. So please go and vote. And then I post daily, so I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Goodbye.